Democratic Congresswoman Suzan DelBene is here to dig into this issue and effort more with us. She is the chair of the DCCC. Representative, we always appreciate you swinging by. America Decides. Thank you for your time. So do you believe that putting this pressure on these members in these respective districts is really going to pay off in November, and why?
Well, today, women across the country are continuing to feel the devastating impact of the Supreme Court decision, and it has definitely been something that has endangered lives, well-being, and health of women across the country. And we want to remind voters where their member of Congress stands. We have Republicans across the country who praised the Supreme Court decision and then have kind of tried to wiggle out of that, tried to make it an issue. We want to make sure people know that Republicans across the country are trying to put in place a nationwide abortion ban. There's nothing moderate about their position, and we want to hold them accountable.
Is it harder in blue states to generate interest on this issue if people feel, especially Democrats or independent-leaning who support abortion rights, if they don't feel like this is front and center in their lives? Is it a little bit easier in red states? How do you see that dynamic?
Actually, folks all across the country understand that Republicans want to put in place a nationwide abortion ban, and blue states are feeling the impact too. So this is definitely something that is not an issue in just a few states. It's an issue everywhere, and folks are turning out to vote. They know that this is an issue that impacts them. When people come out to stand up for reproductive rights, women win, and reproductive rights are going to be in the battle for be on the ballot for millions of voters across the country in November. And so this will continue to be an important issue, like it has been in special election after special election after special election since November of 2022. Even in places like Kansas and Ohio and Virginia, even Alabama, we saw a Democrat win in a state legislative race, a 30-point swing since November of 2022. After the Alabama Supreme Court passed their decision to make in vitro fertilization illegal, people stood up and they spoke out.
When you're framing this issue on a political level, are you bringing in images and sound and video of former President Trump and tying the issue of abortion rights and Democrat support for that issue with Trump? Or is it more about railing against the Supreme Court and conservative justices? Is it more about doing a big picture push for abortion rights? You're the head of the DCCC. You study how to communicate with voters. What's effective, you believe, in really making the case and how you frame it?
Well, I think absolutely it's important for folks to remember how this happened. This absolutely was Donald Trump, congressional Republicans who were part of putting in place a Supreme Court that was going to overturn Roe versus Wade, and also have continued to put legislation out there to ban abortion. We see that even in bills that have nothing to do with reproductive rights, where they keep adding poison pills or riders. They've done that over and over again. In fact, this week we're going to have a defense appropriations bill funding for the Department of Defense, and Republicans are putting in riders to take away abortion rights for service members there. So they continue to do this over and over. So we just want people to see what they're doing and hear what they say, because they'll make that case.
Final thing, Representative, there is this upcoming primary in New York. Congressman Jamal Bowman facing a primary challenge. What is the DCCC's position on this race, and what is your personal position on this race?
Well, you know, the DCCC, we're focused on the purple districts. They're going to help us take back the majority. And we know that we can take back the majority in New York. We have many races there. So we're going to continue to play in races across the country, make sure that we only need 4 more seats to take back the majority. So we're going to make sure that we do everything we can to turn out Democrats, take back the majority, take back the gavels, and make sure that we have a government that's working for the people.
Does Bowman have your support?
You know, again, we're focused on those purple races across the country, and we're going to make sure that we take back the majority in November.
Well, I didn't hear a yes there, but I didn't hear a no either. Congresswoman Suzan DelBene, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.